Tales of Fablecraft. Gameplay trailer. Is it a card game?
Hi, I'm Claire Purcell from Riftweaver, and I'm going to show you our new game, Tales of Fablecraft. Fablecraft is a virtual tabletop role-playing game in the style of D&D or Pathfinder, but streamlined so you can pick it up and start playing in minutes. You don't have to read any lengthy manuals, there's no math to work out decisions or damage, and you can play a session with very little prep. Here's what that looks like.
That's cool.
Let's start off by building a character. Now we're going to start by choosing a name, and while I'm tempted to agonize over this decision, I'm going to leave it in the hands of the name generator gods, and yes, they have not let me down. Fablecraft is set in the magical world of Mythos, and player characters play mages, people who can wield the magic of the world better than most. You can choose to be from the dramatic highlands, the sweeping long meadows, the vibrant noisy coral coasts, or the mysterious wildwoods. I'm going to go with Coral Coasts. There are 7 classes to choose from in Fablecraft, and they're kept deliberately separate from the combat style that you'll choose from in just a moment. Your class influences your character's skill set and the spells that they'll have at their disposal, but it doesn't influence the way that they operate on the battlefield. So you could choose a chivalrous guardian type or a razzle-dazzle.
What about the roleplay aspect of a game?
You can still be a total tank on the battlefield. In Mythos, you should never judge a book by its cover. I think I'll go with Performer. Finally, you'll choose your combat style. There are 3 styles to choose from. Our Elementalist is our ranged attacker, great at the edge of the action. Gravimancer is a classic tank build, get straight in and start cracking some skulls. Or our Radiant is our healer, but they drain the health of enemies to heal allies, so they have very powerful attacks as well. And just like that, we created a character in a few minutes and we're ready to play. As we join our party on their adventure, they're trying to sneak into this old world ruin past a group of bandits. Let's assume there's been a lot of roleplay going on, and now it's time to appease their game master, or GM as we'll call them from now on, with a skill check. So instead of players now having to go and check a bunch of complicated stats and bonuses on their character sheets, we keep things really simple. The GM selects a roll request, they set the difficulty of the roll, which determines how many sparks players need to roll to succeed, and then the GM hits send. On their side, the players see the roll request pop up, and it'll automatically roll however many die they have for the agility skill, which will be based on their class and character level. You'll see our unique Fable die is 6-sided, and each die has 2 successes, 1 critical success, 1 critical fail, and 1 blank side. And well, that's not great.
Oh.
It's like I'm clumsy and got spotted. Still not sure why the sage thought they could do the difficult agility check, but they seemed very confident at the time. I'll talk more about GM tools in just a minute, but what's great about Tales of Fablecraft is that everything's drag and drop. It's super easy to jump into combat, there's no waiting around for setup, it's a couple of clicks and you're ready to go. I won't spoil the outcome of this fight, and it's probably going to be completely different when you play it with your group anyway. You might sneak past the bandits, you might befriend a timberwolf, the possibilities are endless, but when the fists do start flying, it is a ton of fun.
I like that they
We know that it can
want
be
simplicity.
time-consuming and intimidating to run a TTRPG for your friends. So that's why our pre-made adventures come with a step-by-step GM guide that walks you through each session. You can absolutely homebrew your own adventures too, but let's take a quick look at what the GMG has in store. So here we are in the Longmeadows, and the players are about to meet Dill Tallgrass. As the GM, I've just read a scripted read-aloud section that's helped me to set up the adventure, and all I need to do is click here to bring up Dill's artwork. There are also roleplay prompts, skill check request buttons, and various little details along the way. Everything's here in the GM guide, making it super easy for new or busy GMs to run campaigns with little to no prep time. But what happens when talk isn't enough and a fight breaks out? That's as easy as grabbing a battle map, setting out the enemy tokens, and placing the party in their starting positions. And voila, you're ready to fight. I'm in a charitable mood, so I'm only going to use 1 really nasty attack on my players. I'll make up for it later when they least expect it. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of Tales of Fablecraft. We're looking forward to seeing you in Mythos. You can check out our demo right now on Steam, and we're gearing up for early access launch this summer. Wishlist Tales of Fablecraft on Steam. We'll see you soon.
Я wishlist. Зайди там якась simplified tabletop Dungeons and Dragons game is fun. I'm looking forward to it.